Alrighty guys, today's project's building the ultimate notch stand. Being able to take some scrap pieces we got laying around. This old drum here, it was a flower pot in my granny's garden, and I just had some old caster wheels laying around and an old stand that we had, and we just bolted some stuff together, welded a few pieces on, and now we got a super cool creation. So let's get into this video and put Mr. Jesse to work.
Hey guys, welcome to the Houston Kilby YouTube channel.
Alrighty guys, we got ourselves a little project today.
Rock and roll, man.
Mr. Jesse is about to learn some stuff here. So today we're going to knock out two birds with one stone. We are going to make ourselves a stand for our tubing notcher. Okay, so right now this thing has been mounted in a vise. It's super wobbly and just kind of in the way, a pain in the butt, and it'd be a whole lot easier on a stand. So instead of buying something, we're just going to repurpose some stuff. So this is a brake drum off of an old dump truck, or just like an old big truck. And I was actually about to throw this away, and I've got a couple of them that were actually used as flower pots. You can actually still see some of the dirt in there. But so what we're going to do, we're going to repurpose and use a stand that I had laying around, and then we're going to take that and mount it to the top of that tube there. Also in today's video, we are going to do a review on the Vulcan 215 from Harbor Freight. So Jesse's going to get to learn with this, and you guys are going to get a double whammy. So you're going to get to see how to make a stand, and you're going to get to learn some information on the Harbor Freight Vulcan 215. Alrighty guys, so that was Jesse's first weld there on this little part, and we're going to keep on rocking here. He's going to lay one across here, and he's going to do one on the other side here. We're just going to keep on rocking. Not too bad there. You got a little bit fast here in the center, but we'll slow him down just a little bit, and I think he can get it all straightened up there. So we're going to keep on rocking. Okay guys, so we done a lot better on this go around. Now on this one, you notice right in here he started curving this way. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is definitely going to be a strong piece here. We won't have to worry about it breaking off. But as you can see on this piece, he's really got these beads looking pretty nice right here. That was perfect right there, except for he kind of went off to the side there. So he's doing really good just for first few times of picking up the weld there. So we're going to have him rocking and rolling here very soon. Nice job, Jesse. Nice job. Sand it. Alrighty guys, so on this one again, Jesse done a pretty good job there. You're starting to see he's starting to get some of these beads to stack. On this one, he stacked it up just a little bit heavy on this one here, but still not too bad. Not too bad. He's doing pretty good. It'll work really good for the piece we're doing for. So definitely give a big shout out to Jesse for helping me out and building this stand for me here. So let's get this thing on the floor, get the bolts tightened up, and see what this thing's going to look like with the notcher on there. And so we have to take a little break here. Somebody's been bad and they pooped on the floor, and this is what happens when you poop on the floor. You get the, what is it, Hannah?
It's the hat of shame.
The hat of shame.
She's
Amy,
a
look
monster.
here. Yep, the hat of shame. There it is right there. What do you think about this, Jesse?
It's not flying purple people eater.
Flying purple people eater. Yep, had a shame. Don't poop on the floor. Mr. Jesse, we have created the ultimate notcher, man.
No doubt, man. It's best you can get. Lifetime guarantee right there.
That's right. Guys, check this thing out. We kind of just had about a 30-minute battle with this thing. We went from just having a stand to, let's kind of go over this here. We got a tool rack here to hold all the tools kind of need to operate this thing. So we got our Allen wrench, flathead screwdriver to help take off the blades. We got a little, we just used scrap pieces that was in our scrap buckets. Little piece of tube in there to hold our wrench, so when we need to adjust this thing, there's a nut on the bottom side. Then we made some little hooks here to hold our hole saws, and then we made this thing mobile. So we got some wheels mounted down there on the bottom, so you just kind of do this thing like a dolly, just like that, and now we can roll it around and we are mobile. So boom, this thing works really good. I mean, it's really impressive. So we'll do a notch here for you guys so you guys can see it. And I mean, I'm telling you, this thing's impressive. I mean, it's sturdy as all get out. Really glad Dad said something about using this as a stand.
Went from a hub, flyer pot, now it's a tool.
Yeah, seriously, this old brake drum here, it was literally my granny's flower pot. Like, she had several of these and she used them as flower pots, and now
Just don't let old iron die. So
that's right.
It goes.
Don't let old iron die. I mean, I was going to take it to the scrapyard, and we ended up turning it into a pretty wicked little notching stand thing. I mean, it's pretty wicked, and we just used scrap metal we had laying around the shop. Jesse got to learn a lot of neat, cool little tricks with the welder. He also got to learn that no welds will stick to cast iron at all.
Old cast iron.
Yeah, it was really rusty, and we just couldn't get any welds to stick to it. We tried to, you know, kind of mount some tabs on it, and it didn't work out, so we had to bolt everything to it. And you know, when this stand is still removable, we can just unbolt those bolts there and use it as a stand if we want to. But I think this thing found a new permanent home.
Heavy duty.
Heavy duty home.
When we're gone, this thing will be still standing there in its all its glory.
That's right. So we're going to rattle can this thing up real quick, make it kind of look kind of cool, and clean it up, and take some pictures. This thing is Instagram worthy. I'm actually impressed how well it works. I hope you guys can actually make it out in the video of like how useful this thing is to keep all your tools together. It works pretty good. Works pretty good. Boom, just like that. Well, guys, we're on the last bit of steps here, ain't we, Jesse?
Pretty much, man.
We got to put a little bit of paint on it, touch this thing up. I know it ain't much, don't look like much, but this thing works really, really good. I'm really happy with it. Jesse helped me out a bunch. She got to learn a lot of cool things, and I think we got ourselves a really good heavy-duty tool here, don't you, Jesse?
Oh yeah, man. Lifetime piece, brother.
Lifetime piece. I think this thing's gonna work good. We're just gonna slap some paint on it, and we'll do a little photo shoot this thing, and we'll be rocking and rolling. All right, you cut it.
Jesse, how complicated do you think he'd make this?
From him, very complicated.
Oh, come on now.
A simple concept. Made it a
The
something.
moment I asked him when we went this far, I said that whole hub at one time was rusted. Here it is going on 1 o'clock, and I said, you reckon we ought to sand that hub down, get the rest? But no, we didn't.
I wouldn't work Jesse that hard, okay?
Yeah.
It's a learning experience.
That's a lie.
It's all good though. It's all kosher on this side of town.
It's beautiful, y'all.
Alrighty guys, so let's wrap up this episode. This thing turned out really good. Mr. Jesse done a really good job, and I cannot thank him enough. You know, definitely a big thanks to my dad as well, man. He kind of came up with a cool idea to be able to repurpose one of those hubs. I mean, seriously, I was about to throw it away because it was just in the way. They're huge and they're really heavy, and I think we might be able to make a couple other things with those as well. I've got a shrinker and stretcher stand I need to make. I might make a stand with one of those hubs with that thing. I'm not quite sure yet how I want to do it yet, but it worked pretty good. So if you guys come across some big dump truck hubs or big truck old drum brake hubs and trying to figure out something to use it for, sometimes it's good to use junk you got laying around as a special tool that you really need. And they don't make stuff like this for certain types of applications, and they might make things, but it's really expensive, and I'm like, I don't want to spend, some stands are like $250, you know, $200 for a stand. I'm like, I don't want that. And we was able to repurpose stuff we already had and didn't have to spend nothing except for time. And Jesse got to learn some cool stuff too. So let's look at this thing over kind of in close detail here, and we'll wrap this video up here. So let's check it out here. Alright, so this is the JD Squared Notch Master. It works really well. This thing is really heavy duty. I've had this thing for about 4 years now, so it's really built heavy duty, really thick material. Now these things are really expensive, but if you're going to be notching every day and building a lot of stuff out of notched pipe, or you know you're going to be making notches a lot, well worth the investment. But again, I mean, these things are almost 300 bucks, so definitely, you know, they're well worth it, but they're very expensive at the same time, so just know that. But this thing works pretty good. We also added some tool holders over here, and we just used some simple tubing that was in our scrap bin. And we'll kind of talk about this little wrench here. My dad had invested in a CNC plasma table, and he made this spanner wrench for me. So now we got a wrench that can take off the hole saws, and it works really good, instead of having to stick a screwdriver in them every time, or some of them get on there really tight. So we also got a little slot for our Allen wrench, just there of course, and our hole saws, and pretty much every tool that you use with your notcher can now sit on this thing, and it is mobile. So we got wheels on it to where we just lean it back like a dolly and take it wherever we need to, right over there to the chassis or right over there to the project. And this thing worked out really good, and we thank you all for watching. The Harbor Freight MIG welder worked really well. You guys can see that bad boy right over there. Boom. And we really liked it. We didn't have any hiccups with it. It seems to operate really smoothly. If you guys pick one up, you guys will be impressed. You can switch back and forth between 220 and 110. If you guys have any questions about what we built, be sure to comment down below. And we also enjoy hearing where you guys are from. You know, let us know where you guys are watching from, and if you guys got any tips for different stands you all built, let us know. We like seeing your guys' projects too. But till next time, y'all have a good one. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.